Hey peeps, welcome to another video. Today I am going to be doing a look inside my trim stash. So I have these two boxes here and I think this is the majority of it. I think there are a few bits and pieces that are still in drawers downstairs, but they're kind of very large bales of trim that we got from the local fabric shop when it was closing down. So you guys have seen all that already on the vlogs, but these are the exciting ones, the super exciting ones. And these are boxes from celebboutique.com, and this is how they send out their bandages dresses. And I ordered, I think I got two in this one and then one in the bottom one. So I've had these forever, and I have a thing about boxes, I can't throw them away, I have to keep them. So yes, I've kept these and they've proved very useful because I have filled it full of trim. So I'm actually going to show you this one first because I have in here 20 sets of the same thing. Now, before you think I'm absolutely bonkers, although I mean we all know I'm absolutely bonkers, I bought these with the intention of, when I was offering sort of semi ready to wear, semi made to measure clothing, I was planning, when I first started the business, I was planning on making 21 of each item, one for me and 20 for everybody else, and then that was going to be it. There was going to be no more iterations of the same dress, so that it wouldn't be that, you know, everyone turning up to an event in the same dress, but they were going to be made to order for the size that the person wanted. So I wasn't going to make, you know, 3 size 8s, 3 size 10s, that sort of thing. I was going to make them to order. And that really never took off, and I'm not surprised because I was an unknown quantity. I didn't know a thing about marketing, I still don't, and I'm actually really glad it didn't take off because I can imagine that would have been really stressful. So, but one of the dresses I had planned is a shirt dress, which I had drafted for me by my amazing pattern cutter at the time, and it was going to be in a large gingham, and then I was going to put these motifs on the bodice, and I think one might be upside down, but yeah, so they were going to go, it's not going to help on here because this is black, but they were going to go up and down the bodice like that over the princess seams, and over gingham. I thought that would look really cute. I'm actually kind of thinking that I've got a blue and white striped shirting in my stash that I'm thinking I might make a shirt like this one. This is the McCall 6696 shirt dress that I have chopped off at the waist and added a waist tie to, and I absolutely love this. I was thinking I might make something like this in that shirting and then add these over the blue and white striped shirting and add these over the top, because I think that would come out beautifully. I think that would look really cool. So I have 20 sets of these, so I'm going to be doing a giveaway when I hit 10,000, and I think there might be a set of those in that giveaway. That is basically everything that's in this box. There are a few scraps of faux fur which I refuse to throw away because this one was really, yeah, they're both really expensive. They're from McCulloch & Wallace, they were both really expensive, and I'm hoping that I can make pom-pom trims or some, you know, bag charms out of them. That's the plan. But yeah, that's that box. So that was quick. And then in this bigger box we have loads and loads of goodies. So I'm probably going to have to get up and show you loads and loads of these goodies, but let's start with this one. This is the most recent purchase, and I got it last November from the Stitching Elmers in Ryde, and it is, you see, I'm going to have to get up and show you. This pansy trim, and I got this and I've made the belt already. This is to go with my red silk Anna dress. So I have made the belt, it just needs hooks and eyes on it, and then it needs this trim, hand stitching along the belt. So because I was going to put the trim directly onto the dress, and then I thought, well, that kind of limits it, and I thought if I make a belt then I can take the trim on and off as I choose to. So I need to do that, and that dress to me is a very kind of winter Christmassy dress because red, and you know, I made it at that time of year, so that's how my brain works. I bought a lot, oh hello, dropping stuff on the floor, whoopsie. I bought a lot of that trim because I think it was, they had it on sale, and then there was also, I bought whatever was left. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the rest of this. I have plans to make myself an evening bag and then again put this across the flap of the evening bag. I think that would look really cute. So I have plans for this. I just haven't done anything with them as yet. I mean, I've got as far as making the bell, just not sewn, because that's a lot of hand sewing. A lot of hand sewing. Right, this next one is from the local craft shop, and again, as I said, they were closing down, so we went in and we kind of just splurged. So it's a narrow trim, dark green with gold, and I think I bought this because I like the idea of detailing princess seams and things with it on, obviously not this fabric, but you know, a particular fabric. And I bought everything that they had left, which I think is about 6 meters. So I have plans to make a lot more solids this autumn, lots of solids in autumn, and then trying to properly identify the holes in my wardrobe and fill those out. And I think this would look really cool on top of a solid, although it could also look quite cool on top of a print. So, you know, that's narrowing it down as to where I'm going to use this, but that was the plan with this one. And then when I bought those black appliques, I can speak, I got them from Etsy, and I went a bit nuts and I just bought all the things from Etsy. So there's this collary part, which either at the front or I think would look really cool at the back, and if I put it on the back of something, I probably would cut out the fabric behind it so that, you know, it was see-through. But I really liked that one. I thought that was really pretty. And I think there's a few more like that in here. Yes, here we go. This one I got from a company called RTJ Trims, and I found this at the Festival of Quilts last year. And there we go. It is super sparkly, super sparkly. You know, I'm a magpie, complete magpie, and again, I thought that this would, I've got a dress that, the grace dress that I've made loads of, and this actually fits that neckline really, really well. So I don't actually have any gold silk dupioni, but I have in my head a grace dress in gold silk dupioni with this at the bodice, because I just think that would look stunning. So yes, and that was from RTJ Trims, and I will link them down below. I have mentioned them before to you guys a few times. And whilst we were there, I got some more of this pansy stuff, which is very similar to the one that I got from the Stitching Armours, but this one is much narrower. And I got 6 meters of this one because I want to put this around the hem of a very full skirted dress. I was trying to work out what the circumference of that circle would be, and then I also fancy putting it around the waist and probably at the bodice, or maybe the sleeves or something like that as well. That one would have to be permanently attached because, as I say, I want to put it around the hem. But I just saw the colours and I was like, oh, it's so beautiful. And this is from RTJ Trims as well, from the Festival of Quilts. Now, I can't remember which company I found this from, but I really want to turn this into a belt. Now I'm hoping that I can send it off to Harlequin and that they can somehow magically turn this into a belt for me, because usually they need twice the width of fabric for the width of belt that you would like, and this one has just had its edges turned under and sewn down. So I'm not sure if it's possible, but I have a whole bunch of other belts that I'm going to send, fabrics I'm going to send to them to make belts into belts for me, and I'm hoping they can do the same with this one. It is beautiful. And again, I will probably make, I have some rayon that I kind of fancy making one of these shirts with, that maybe putting the trim around the bottom of the sleeve if I have enough left, because I think I only bought 1 meter and I need, oh, I can't remember what my inches in waist. My waist is in centimeters. Let's have a look, shall we? Let's have a look. I have the handy Convert Units app on my phone, and length. So inches into centimeters, please. So 27, 68. So I've got 32 centimeters left, which might just be enough to go around cuffs of sleeves. Although I might not have it, no it's not, because with the belt it's not gonna, if I could make this into a belt for myself and do it as a clasp at the back. Oh, I don't know, but I saw it and I couldn't leave it alone because it's so pretty and beautiful. And yes, that was from the Festival of Quilts last year, but it was from one of those shops that's like a patchwork quilting specialist, and I can't remember the name of it because there were so many of them. And I bought so many things last year as well. You guys know that, you saw the haul. In fact, I think this was not last year, the year before. Yes, I remember showing you this over there, and that was, yes. So there's that one. Then, oh, this is awesome. So this is from Karin. Let me, I was going to come and show you, but I need to get the thing out first. Okay. So Karin has sent me for my birthday the Dirndl challenge, and I know I'm saying that wrong. I'm really sorry. I'm terrible, basically. So she sent me, I think 10 meters of this beautiful ribbon in a color that I kind of like. It's, it's alright. It's my favorite color. Can you tell from the background? Feels really weird talking to you this close up. But then also she sent me these little doodads. Let's see, come on, focus. She sent me these little doodads, and these are to be sewn onto the bodice, and then you wrap the ribbon through them on the dirndl down the front. So she's thought of everything. She sent me the fabric, the doodads, the ribbon, and the pattern. So thank you, Karin. They have gone into my stash. I fully intend to take up the Dirndl challenge, just not quite yet because I am not at a weight that I want to make something that's fitted for. Not quite yet, but it's gonna happen. It is gonna happen. Very exciting. Right, this one. So this one is left over from Big Bird's wedding dress. This is the trim that I did around the bottom of the sleeves and around the waist on Big Bird's dress. I also used one of these motifs on the front of the little wedding card book that I made for her with some peacock feathers, because her wedding, their wedding, her wedding, I mean it is her wedding, was peacock themed. But this trim matched the fabric perfectly. We got it in Saudi Arabia. I think we got 1.5 meters of it. Yes, I think 1.5 meters of it, and it's just so pretty. So I have about 50 centimeters left. That's all that's left, and I probably ought to give it to Big Bird, really, oughtn't I? But I want to keep it because it's my favourite colour too, so I have that in my stash. And then this one, so Mum and Dad bought Big Bird's wedding dress fabric from the local grocery store, the local supermarket in Saudi Arabia, and they bought her 10 meters of this beautiful peacock blue Dupioni silk, because in Saudi Arabia the supermarkets have fabric departments and have silk departments, no less. So she's had the fabric for ages, and then we all went to Saudi Arabia and we went trim shopping, but we didn't have the fabric with us, so we were doing it from memory. And we'd gone into Lulu's, which was the supermarket, to buy some more silk for me because it was £8 a metre for silk Dupioni. So I went and bought all of it, and I bought myself what I thought was the same colour to make myself a dress for because I loved it. And it turns out that it was the wrong colour, but we were absolutely convinced it was the right one. So we were matching trims to that silk. So this was the original plan for Nia's wedding dress, and then it turned out it was the wrong colour because this is much bluer, and obviously this one is a much turquoisier, that's a word, right? So it happens that I have the silk that matches this perfectly, and I happen to also absolutely adore silver, so I have this trim in my stash, and I'm keeping this one. So yes, it's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And I'm not sure what I'm going to make with that silk and this trim, but it is going to be a cocktail dress of some shape or form. And yeah, lots of hand sewing in my future for that one. Okay, so next up I have another large applique, and again this could either go on the front or the back of a tunic top, and you can't see on the black, but I really like this one, and it's ginormous, absolutely ginormous, and again from Etsy, but that is the plan for this one, is to be the front bib on a top, although it would look really cool on the back, again with the back with the underneath cut out. That could look really cool as well, and I want to learn how to do that, so yeah, possibly that one. Oh, this is some ribbon from the local fabric shop. My inner magpie saw this and went, oh, I need it, and again, as I say, they were closing down, so everything was so reasonable. I think this was 20p, so yeah, I bought this with thought that maybe I could thread it through some broderie on glaze trim that I have in my stash, although I don't think it's wide enough to look as good as I thought it might. But yeah, that was, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this one, but it was just so pretty that I couldn't not get it. And then this broderie on glaze is from my Nana's stash, and I have a tiny little bit of it left, and I nearly used it on a top that I made recently that I turned out to absolutely hate, so I'm so glad I didn't. But I probably have about a metre, no, there's about 60 centimetres here, and then, you know, 20 centimetres here. So I think I plan on doing a square neckline and then putting this across it, and again weaving in and out ribbon of that, because that's so in my head traditional, but I also love the look. And I think this is left over from a princess costume that my Nana made for me, so this one's, you know, I'm really glad that I didn't like accidentally stupidly waste it on that top that I was making that really didn't work. So it's got its own little baggie, so I'm gonna put that back in there. And then I think the rest, I've got some more laces and stuff here that again are from my Nana's stash. So there's this slightly wider one with butterflies on it. Let's see, can you see that? Yeah, there you go, butterflies on the lace. No idea what I'm going to do with this, but again, it's not like I can't not keep it because Nana's stash, so it's going to be one of those ones. I think Lauren said about the last fabric stash that I did, she was like, that sari that you've had for 12 years, you're gonna, you know, you're going to be leaving that to someone and you're never going to be able to cut into it, and you're probably right. So it's probably the same with these. This is a really narrow lace. I have absolutely no idea what I'm going to do with this one. It's got tiny little, there we go, yeah, it's really narrow, so again I have no idea what to do with this one. Oh, this is stretchy. I think I was sent this, I think Lisa sent this to me. This should be in my underwear. Not as stretchy laces, but there's this one. I have some red trim, and again this is from my Nana's stash. That would look really cute on the edges of sleeves. Come on, focus. There we go. Yeah, that could look really cute just poking out at the edge of like sleeves like this. That's really cute. I love this colour as well. I plan on using this colour a lot for autumn, so that's a possibility. And then again, these are all laces from my Nana's stash, so just lots of different types of little bits of lace for like hems and things like that. Right, so I've shown you that one. Have another sparkly one. Okay, I saw this and I fell in love with the colour, and I actually happened again to have the right colour silk to pair with this one, and it was really funny because I was trying to buy it and the guy was like, no, you don't want this one, you want this one, because this one is not Swarovski crystals, this is just generic standard crystals. And he was trying to point me in the direction of the Swarovski because it was like double the price, but I fell in love with the colour. Absolutely fell in love with the colour. The colour shift in the crystals, and then the colour of the actual trim itself. And again, I have a feeling that this is going to end up on the waistband, neckline, sleeves, hemline, or something like that of obviously a cocktail dress of some shape, form or description. But I love this so much, and it's gold, so that surprises me. But my inner magpie saw it and just went, oh, you need it. I mean, obviously I don't, but I have it. Let's make all the noise. So during that same shopping trip, this is again from Saudi Arabia, and this is Swarovski crystals, and it's really pretty. I've only got a meter of this one, and I have some black silk dupioni that I intend to put this on a square neckline there and up around the neckline. I just think that will look stunning, and it's so pretty. But this one was expensive, which is why there's only a meter of it, and the other one was not expensive, which is why there's like 5 meters of it. This is my last trim from Saudi Arabia, and I saw this in a different shop to those ones. That one, we called it Aladdin's Cave. It was just this vast shop of everything that you could possibly imagine. A friend of mine is a burlesque dancer, and she'd given me, I think, 200 quid to go out and buy her things to embellish her costumes with, which was the best fun in the world. But also was really bizarre that I was buying burlesque costume pieces in a country that was as restrictive as it is, so that made me giggle. But this one was from a different shop, and it is silver and gold. There we go. I think yeah, there we go, you can see it there. So it's silver and gold, ever so slightly sheer. There's no crystals on this one, so that leaves it open for me to add crystals if I would like to. I got 2 meters of this, and that was for, I planned that for the hem of something. I'm not sure what, but you can't take me to a shop like that and not expect me to come out with things. And I mean, to be fair, I had saved up spending money for that holiday, and the spending money was entirely to be dedicated towards buying fabric and trims, so I was just the happiest person in the world. So yes, that's my last Saudi Arabian trim. So I have another little applique for a neckline. Again, this one is from Etsy. Not sure where I'm going to use this one. It's kind of like Renee McIntosh roses. That's what it reminds me of. I'm trying to not get it washed out, but so you can see it. But yeah, I think I went on a bit of a bender on Etsy and just bought all the things, which is not unlike me, but it's really pretty. I like that one. And at the same time, I've then got these, which are for collars. Let's see if I can. So you can either attach them to a top for a collar, you can make them into a necklace. I've seen people do that with just like a little jump ring in the middle and then chain on the back, so you can wear it as a necklace. But yeah, I bought myself a couple of those. So that's my entire stash trim. Well, you know, technically actually it's not. I have Swarovski sew-on crystals downstairs, and then I also have like the mini bolts that trims come on from the local fabric shop when they were closing down. Mum and I bought quite a few of their trims from them, but they were super bulky, and also you've seen them before, you've seen them in the vlogs. So yes, I do have a few more bits and pieces to trim floating around, but these are the most exciting ones, so I thought I would share them with you today. So I really hope you've enjoyed today's video. If you have, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't yet, please subscribe, and I'll see you again very soon. Bye!